Welcome to the Big E Outdoor Radio Show with your hosts, Big E and Brandon of Big E TV. Found nationally on your favorite outdoor television channels. Big E Outdoor Radio challenges all the hot topics in the outdoors, from racing to hunting and even grilling in the backyard. Our mission is to educate on the facts of the impact of the outdoors on all our lives and encourage good stewardship and good fellowship among our ranks. Follow Big E Outdoors on Facebook at Big E Outdoors and Big E Outdoor Radio. Send us feedback and get in on conversations with us. Fasten your seatbelts, because this ain't your daddy's morning show. We'll be right back with Big E and Brandon in the morning on Big E Outdoor Radio. Big E Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Big E Outdoors Professional Hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Big E Outdoors destinations. Big E Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic. Check us out online at BigEOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Big E Outdoors at Cedar Creek. Hey, welcome back to Big E Outdoor Radio. And Brandon, we've got a pretty special guest on the line here. We've got a friend of ours, is Rodney Atkins. Go ahead and it is the Rodney Atkins who hunts with us. And Rodney, are you there?
I am here.
He is there. All right. And we know that you actually are a hunter. So as well as being busy as you are running around the country entertaining folks and singing and things like that, you actually get a chance every now and then to get out in the woods, don't you?
Every now and then. I'm not in nowhere near your guys' league, but it's definitely, something that I cherish. It's my therapy from, being on the bus all the time, and it's great to get out and kind of walk your legs off sometimes.
Yeah. It's the woods is definitely good therapy for a lot of folks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, you said you just got back from a hunt?
I did. Yeah, I played out in Vegas at the National Finals Rodeo, and had a couple of dates from there. We kicked off the rodeo, then played a couple of dates up in Northern California. And it worked out to get to jump into a bison hunt up in Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
That's great.
So we got the freezer full.
Yeah, bison, that'll fill the freezer up good.
Definitely. It was funny. We hauled a freezer out there with us behind the bus in a trailer. And actually hunted with a buddy of mine as catcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, Jonathan LaCroix.
Oh, yeah.
And so he flew out and met me on the road. He's been a buddy for a long time. And then we put 2 freezers in the trailer and went out and hit it for a couple days.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's good. So did you guys both got one then?
We did, yeah. Man, I didn't realize how tough those suckers were, man. The song's right. The buffalo roam for sure. They keep on moving. It was hard to find them, and as soon as we'd see them, they'd be on top of a really steep hill, really far away. We'd take off running, and it was a blast. Though it's definitely worth it when you get to. We have to work a little bit harder and spend a whole lot of time, and all you can do is get back to the camp and try to get some sleep. You can't. It's a definite cure for insomnia.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you have any more dates coming up soon, and where you're going to be in Wisconsin that you know of, or?
I haven't looked. I know we're pretty much off the road right now. That was kind of our last dates for the year. We're here through, I want to say the 9th of January is when we go back out. We usually do like a New Year's Eve thing or something, but this year, working on new music, trying to finish up an album, and so kind of block some time just to be home with family and write some songs and do some singing, and then we'll be back out the end of January. But stuff changes all the time, so we're always up in Wisconsin a bunch. I love being up there. It's one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think it, but we have a lot of country music fests up in this neck of the woods.
Oh yeah,
yeah, some of the sweetest festivals, man, around the country. And the weather's usually perfect up there, just all over the place. And, just love being up there. It is. It's one of the. It's a bigger country music community than Tennessee.
Yeah. A lot of people wouldn't think that neither. They think of, when they think of country music, they immediately think of Nashville. But, you've seen it. You've been up here hunting with us before, and you've seen the, it gets pretty country, especially in the north woods of Wisconsin.
we talk.
Yeah, there's lots of farmers' daughters up there.
Oh,
yeah. We talk different, but we do have rednecks up here, so.
For sure. I guarantee if you had that many festivals that are in the state of Wisconsin in the summer, if you had that many in Tennessee, that many people would not come to the shows. Those festivals are always just packed. There's huge festivals just all over the place.
Oh yeah. There's people.
We hung out with you guys. We saw y'all in Cadott. And that's a monster. That thing's huge. And then there's the Hodag and
Country
Wausau.
USA.
Yeah, Wausau.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of good ones up this way. So
there's people that'll camp out for a week or two at them country music festivals, and they make it a point to their jobs, whether they got a new job or a job they've had for a long time. They block out that whole week and make sure they're there to catch every single artist all the way through every day of however long they're running the show. So.
Yeah, those are the best fans in the world, man. How do I say? I don't want to say fans. Usually they're just either friends or friends you haven't met yet. It's people that are that you can relate to and that cherish the same things that we do. Friends, family, the good Lord, and it's great. A lot of times when I get to those festivals in Wisconsin, not in a lot of other places, but I'll go out and hang out, out with the folks, because they usually have some crazy contraptions they build or some games going on. It's just a lot of fun.
A lot of them games always revolve around drinking beer up here.
Exactly. Every time somebody says country, let's take a drink.
Yeah. Oh, you know that game.
Been there, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you? How about hunts? You got any hunts coming up next, or are you looking for one?
Yeah, I am looking for one. My son is Elijah is playing basketball, and his season is about to end, but he has only a couple games after the first year. He's in 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
And we've taking him on, some deer hunts. We did an antelope hunt last year, and then we haven't got to get in the woods. He's been between basketball. We did a lot of fishing this summer. He got into some big bucket mouth bass and stuff, and that was fun, but he really wants to get in the woods sometime when he's out of school. I think he gets out like the 18th, and then he's out till January 4th or 5th. So I'm trying to stick something in that window where we can get in the woods and he can get out and get some. As for him, to get out, and I just think it's great. It's priceless time that you get to spend in the woods with your kids when you get to go hunt.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I'll have Brandon send you some info, maybe send you a text or something when we get off the air, and we'll see if we can help you out. Maybe meet up with you and do a little something after you.
Sweet. That'd be awesome, man. You guys are Big E is the best in the world. I'll tell you that.
We appreciate it, brother. We do.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we just wanted to find out where you're playing next so we can figure out where to come see you.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'll look at my schedule when I'm playing again. I'll hit y'all up. You got to come hang out on the bus with us.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I seen. I've got your driver Tim there. He's a buddy of mine on Facebook also, and I seen you got a new rig this year.
We did, yeah. Tim, the Facebooking bus driver. He's none better than Tim too. He's just unbelievable. We just switched buses, and it's crazy. You get to switch every 2 or 3 years usually, and so we're excited about getting to have a little more room on the bus.
Yeah.
I just hope he's not Facebooking while he's driving the bus.
Yeah, he's the best, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, we wish you luck and stay safe. Keep hunting and keep singing, and let us know what your new album is so we can watch for it.
You guys too, man. Y'all have a great holiday, and talk to you very soon.
All right. God bless you, and thanks for giving us a call. Appreciate it.
You too, man. See y'all.
Yep. Have a Merry Christmas, man. Tell everyone we said hi.
Thanks, y'all. See ya.
Have a good one, buddy.
Bye. Bye.
Well, that's great. Great right there. We had Rodney Atkins, and folks, that, just so you know, that was genuinely the Rodney Atkins. You come down to the Big E Outdoor Museum, you'll see his picture here with Brandon and I, where we took him elk hunting. And we will be taking Rodney on more hunts in the future.
Yep.
Excellent.
We got him on his first elk ever, and I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that currently that is his only elk.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he plans on taking quite a few more.
Yeah.
But definitely a pleasure to become friends with that guy. He's very, very genuine, very down to earth, and Rodney's he's a pretty good example of folks who haven't lost touch with where they came from.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just the nicest guy. He doesn't have a chip on his shoulder or an attitude or anything. When you
first meet him, he's actually pretty shy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't guess it.
Yeah. I mean, we've had him in the vehicle with us up here when we've been hunting, and we stopped at the little BP mart there in Triple-I, Wisconsin, and he actually came in with us, looked at the bear there, and got something to drink, and nobody there even knew that it was Rodney Atkins in there with us. Yeah, so he's just a super nice guy, very laid back, very mellow, doesn't walk around with an entourage or think he's a king or anything like that. Just so if you get a chance to go see him in concert ever, make sure you do that. He puts on a great show as well. So,
yep, we're gonna go ahead and wrap her up here, folks.
Take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more Big E Outdoor Radio. Welcome back, Big E Outdoor Radio. Brandon, what's pretty nice is we got some great people that call in. I don't think a lot of folks realize how many people that are out there that are in the entertainment world and the entertainment community actually hunt. And Rodney Atkins is another good example of that.
Yeah. I mean, he was out west doing a bunch of shows and
slipped in a hunt.
And he was prepared to hunt. He took a couple of freezers along, he said. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that he is a guy there as well that has to take advantage of the time frames and the opportunities that there are around him. So there again, he'll hunt open range, he'll hunt a high fence situation, he'll hunt wherever he can to get some enjoyment.
Yeah.
And so, he'll take his son places, and let's say he's up here doing a concert and he's in between concerts. He doesn't have time to scout, but he might have time to go to a high fence operation and slip something in while he's still doing his concert tour. And their agents keep these guys booked pretty tight sometimes, so they don't get a lot of time off.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of folks realize, that when they start condemning these high fence operations, there's a reason for them, and everybody that hunts there has a reason. And nobody's saying you got to do it. So if you don't want to hunt it, then don't. That's fine. But you still can put your arms around it and say, hey, look, you know what? I don't choose to do it, but that's fine. I'll support you. You support me. We'll stand together. You want to hunt with your AK-47 or your AR-15, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to hunt with my muzzleloader, or I'm going to hunt with my bolt action. Whatever. Everybody should stand together, and I cannot beat that to the ground enough. That high fence, low fence, and if you find out that somebody's getting attacked because they found a CWD deer on their ranch, then just like we were talking about in the first hour, instead of attacking them and sending them nasty emails, you need to say, hey, we're sorry to hear about this. What can we do to help you? Because it's not their fault. Get some education. Use your gourd, and quit being an idiot about things. Call them up and see what you can do to help out. And, give them some support.
Use your gourd. Huh?
Use your gourd. Use your noodle. Use your noodle.
Do the noodle dance. Sorry, I actually flashed back to a show I used to watch when I was a kid, and I can't help it. Sometimes it just the things you say.
Well, there's a
Use your gourd.
yeah. Use your gourd. Use your noodle.
There you are with that word again. Yeah.
Hey, use your hat for more than a hat rack. Have you ever heard that one?
Use your hat for more than a hat rack.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, no matter what you use your head for, or what kind of terms you use, put your arms around the hunting industry. Remember, it doesn't matter if a guy's hunting coon, if a guy's hunting squirrels, no matter what you're hunting, how you're hunting it, you're hunting. So everybody needs to stand up for each other.
Speaking of coon hunting, I might actually go do a little bit of that this weekend.
Really, finally, somebody's going to take you coon hunting.
Yeah.
Where are you guys going?
Well, that's a secret.
It is.
Yeah.
There's a such thing as a secret coon hunting spot?
No, not really.
Are there some spots that are...
I just don't know. I'm actually going to be along for the ride.
Are there some spots that are thicker and have more coon than others?
Well, last time they went out, the Packers lost to the Denver Broncos, and they got sprayed by a skunk. So we're gonna try for some better.
Oh, not the Packers didn't get sprayed by a skunk.
Well, they did too. Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking, hey, what are you talking about here? Mm-hmm. So I got you.
That's how long it's been since they've had time to go out. So I think I got them talked into it though this weekend. The weather's been nice enough, so hopefully.
Yeah. Well, that's again, we're in this hour. Let's remind folks, in case they didn't hear us in the first hour, anybody that's on. If you're looking for a good hunt and you're looking for something to do, now that deer hunting's over, pretty much, muzzle loading's over, everything's over. Something that's affordable and fun. This is something you can do with your kids. Get a couple guys together. Get your dad, yourself, and your kids, so you can do a 3-generation hunt, whatever. We're going to start putting together some hunts where we're going to get together. We're going to run down south as a group and hunt some hogs.
You run. I'm going to drive.
Okay, I'll run. I'll jog.
Yeah,
whatever.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I don't even jog to the refrigerator. But anyhow, what we're going to do, we're going to head down south and we're going to do some hog hunting. And there's no limit. So we're going to take freezers with us, whatever. We'll debone them, bring back your hog meat, or we'll split them, cut them in half and bring them back to halves and take them over here to Country Fresh Meats, and they'll make bacon and hams and stuff like that. I'm telling you, wild boar is excellent. So, come on in and see us here at Biggie Outdoors at the museum or down here at our store, and get signed up. And we're going to do a couple of trips this winter. And a good affordable hunt.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'll tell you what, if it's something that you've never done before, like you just said, it's affordable.
Yep.
And it's a heck of an experience.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, if you want to blast some rounds off, go down south, go down to Georgia, do some hog hunting.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll go down there.
Gumlock Plantation, man, they have got an abundance of hogs, big hogs, good hogs.
You don't have to go with us if you don't want to, but if you want, we're going to go down there with, we'll get some groups, maybe a dozen guys.
What do you mean they don't have to go with us? I mean, we're awesome.
Well, if they want to go, let's say they can't. Let's say for some reason their scheduling doesn't work out and they want to go by themselves. They can go to Gumlog anytime.
But you definitely want to go with us.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you that it will be a lot more fun if you go with us.
That's right, because we pick on Big E all day, every day.
It's always more fun when you go with us. That's just all there is to it. It ain't about picking on. I pick on you.
You'd think you pick on me, but
No,
it bounces right off.
Oh, so it bounces off me and stick to you because I'm rubber and you're glue, that kind of thing?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, uh-huh.
So be careful when you call me ugly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I know we haven't talked about it for a while. Talking about you being ugly and all. We haven't talked about it for a while, but folks, we are still growing out our beards, and I am surprised the old man is hanging in there. He has not shaved it off yet.
Mine looks good, actually.
Yeah.
I look good with a beard.
You do. You look good with a beard. I'll tell you what, I'm not that way, but if I was, you'd be in a running. Let me tell you.
I don't know what to say about you with a beard because you look like
I wear it nicely, don't I?
Sasquatch from behind.
Sasquatch from behind.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All I heard was Sasquatch, and I like it. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking that
if you want to pet my cheek, you can.
What we should do is we should have some people come down here and we'll have them judge our beards and see who has the nicest beard.
All right, I'm in.
And we'll actually have a day where they come down here. We're going to do some cooking segments for our television show down here at the Big E Outdoor Studio as well.
What does the winner of the beard contest get?
I don't know. Satisfaction.
Satisfaction. I want more than that.
Well, that's all you're going to get, big guy.
Oh, so you're saying...
So back on the cooking segment thing, we're going to have some cooking segments down here. We're going to do some right here in front of people, and if you want to get on our television show, you can come on down here and be part of the filming and maybe get a little tasting in. We're going to have some cooks come in, do some cooking for us, and well, they would be called chefs, actually, not cooks. But whatever they are, they're going to come in and they're going to cook up some wild game.
Is there a redneck term for chef?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Can we do one of the cooking things now? Because I'm hungry.
You're kind of hungry?
I am.
Well, we're going to get some...
Not kind of hungry.
We actually have a sponsor that's looking at coming on board that has a lot of seasonings and stuff like that's local. And then we're going to do a lot of that cooking and use their stuff. And another one of our sponsors that just called us a second ago, and they're going to be calling back, Cutco Cutlery, will be using their knives and stuff in our cooking segments. And the reason that we're going with them, folks, I mean, you don't see, you see Cutco around at a lot of trade shows, but you don't see Cutco on hunting shows. But I have a Cutco hunting knife. It is by far the sharpest knife that I've ever hunted with, and strongest. We've had another hunting brand that's real popular, and it does not hold up as well as it should.
We've broke quite a few blades.
Yeah, we did. And so we have decided that, hey, we needed to go looking for a different...
Actually, we've used your Cutco hunting knife quite a bit longer, probably 2 or 3 times longer than any of the other ones that we used have lasted.
Yeah.
The tips always break or something breaks on the knife.
Yeah, because we do use our knives pretty rough. We're rough on them.
Yeah, and they hold up.
Yeah, it's a tool. Awesome. It's a tool, not just a knife for us. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to actually use the Cutco cutlery and stuff. But I'm telling you, they got great butchering kits, knives, everything. So take a quick break on that note. We'll be right back with some more Big E Outdoor Radio. This segment of Big E Outdoors is brought to you by Snap Fitness of Wausau. It's time to get in shape, and Snap Fitness is the right place to do it. With 2 locations in Weston and Wausau, you're never far from a Snap Fitness. Open 24/7 for members with clean and well-maintained equipment. Check out their new location across from Fleet Farm on Wausau's north side with all new machines and equipment. Sign up for some classes or training. Pick up the supplements you need and take advantage of the monthly deals and sign-up specials they have going on now. The staff at Snap Fitness is waiting for you to assist you in any way they can. So head on down to Snap Fitness today and get signed up. And we're back. Brandon with some more Biggie Outdoor Radio. We were talking about knives and all that kind of stuff, and we're talking about the fact that we're going to have Cutco sponsoring us. It's going to be the first time that Cutco sponsors a hunting show.
Boom.
Bam. They're coming to Big E Outdoors, folks.
Yep.
Big E Outdoors, because we are rough and tough and tumbly on hunting knives, and we beat up stuff, and they said they can stand up to the punishment that we put on knives. I told them how many animals a year that we dress and the what we break and everything like that, and they said they can stand up to it. This is what I like the best about Cutco. They do this for everyone. This is their guarantee. You get a Cutco knife. If it ever goes dull, you simply send it back to them. They'll put the factory edge back on it, resharpen it, and send it back to you.
That is wicked cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
It is.
They guarantee everything on them for life. The whole time you own it, forever. All you gotta do is have the knife. If it gets stolen, then you're kind of out of luck, you know. But if you got the knife, they'll sharpen it, they'll fix it, whatever. If it looks too roughed up and they can't sharpen it, they give you a new one.
Huh.
How do you like that?
All right. Rough and tough and tumbly.
That's us.
Wow.
I don't know. I just threw the tumbly in there because it came off of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
Oh, I'm rumbly and tumbly.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna have them there. We're gonna be using their butcher kits and their cutlery sets on our show in the cooking segments. We're gonna be carrying the knives on our sides in the hunts, and they're gonna have an edition, a Big E edition knife with our logo on it. People want it.
All right.
How you like that?
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use mine for ice fishing.
For what? Are you gonna dig your hole with a knife or what?
Well, I could actually with them.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now that would be a commercial. You just go out there and chop a hole in the ice with your Cutco.
Yeah.
There you go. They might make an axe too. I don't know. Find out.
We will find
It's
out.
a little bit more of an expensive knife set, but it's worth it. Worth it. It'd be the last knife set you ever buy. It will be.
Well, technically, you're right, because actually the last knife set that I bought,
Yeah.
that was the last one I ever bought.
It's like saying that something that you lost when you found it, it was in the last place you looked.
Mm.
Well, of course it was, because why would you keep looking once you found it?
Yeah. Did you find your wallet, Jim? It was in the last place I looked.
Of course it was.
That was on, I think, a Jeff Foxworthy CD I was listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it, but I'm still looking for it.
And folks, if you're listening to this show and you have not been down to check out Cedar Creek lately, the mall behind Gander Mountain, you got to get down here and take a look.
It depends which direction you're coming from.
Why?
Is it behind Gander Mountain?
Or in front of Gander Mountain. Yeah, you're right. It could be.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's by Gander Mountain anyhow. Come down and check this place out because it is not what it used to be.
No.
It has been remodeled.
It is coming back to life.
Yeah, the new owner has taken really, really good pride in this place. And there are cars in the parking lot, again. It has got a great looking facelift. I saw some store owners in here looking around from some good places, looking at stores to come here. So it could be a very good place very soon. It looks like it's going to be.
It's going to be a good place very soon.
Yeah, there's people walking around in here again, and it just looks great.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance, come on down and check it out. Make sure you check out our location, the museum, the Big Game Wildlife Museum. And
if you're lucky, you might just catch us down here recording.
yeah, come on in. You can look at us through the window and make faces at us while we're doing the radio show.
In fact, I think I want to do that right now. I want to run out there and just make faces at you. Just because it's distracting.
How in the world could you be in here talking to me and out there making faces at the same time? It's just not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
You do most of the talking anyways, though. Sometimes I get kind of silent.
Well,
Why is
that?
I think you're just a terrible conversationalist. You're always talking to everybody else, and I feel left out sometimes.
Oh.
But I think this is a therapy session that we need to have another time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you another sponsor that we're looking at trying to get on board, Brandon, and looks like we're going to end up having is PSE.
Oh, Nelly.
So we're going to have a really good bow behind us.
Now that is going to be fun. PSE has come a long way, especially in the last few years.
Yeah.
But they're one that's always been out there. It's not one of these new ones that just popped up. PSE is very anchored and founded into the archery industry.
They've been around for a long, long time, and they say they've got something new coming out here at the ATA show that's going to be quite interesting. So we're going to find out, because that's where you and I are going to get our new bows.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. So that should be quite interesting. That'll be coming up first part of January.
Do I have to dress up, or can I wear my T-shirt?
You have to dress decent.
So I can wear my Big A T-shirt? What?
Yeah, we're going to be going down to the Archery Trade Association show, and we'll check out all the new products, and we will definitely be reporting back on our radio show about that and letting people know what we see down there.
Yeah.
And
there's always some great stuff to see down there. It's
yep, we'll take the radio show right on the road with us down there and record
it while we're driving down the road, because why not? You're always texting and driving and Facebooking and driving.
No. We're going to record it from the ATA show. Yeah. So
why you always got to call me names? Now I'm a dingbat. Man.
Well,
I get abused left and right in here, folks.
What do you think?
I'm glad that you can hear it, because I need a witness.
What do you think we should do about Rodney? I think we should take him. Maybe we should take him down to Gum Log.
Yeah, down there in his neck of the woods.
It's close. We can get his boy down there, hunt some hogs and some white-tailed deer, because actually the white-tailed deer are just coming into rut down there.
And they don't have to travel far, and they don't have to freeze their tail off to come up here to Wisconsin. There ain't really much to go after.
There's nothing
in
we
Wisconsin
can do
right now.
Yeah, we can't bring anybody up here ice fishing because there's no ice yet.
Yeah.
We'd be actually doing this show from the lake one of these days if we had ice.
We could get an ice fishing shack, set it up in the boat. Oh, we need a boat. We don't have a boat.
That's right.
In the heck?
We need somebody to help us set up a Biggie Outdoors radio show boat so we can do radio shows from
a
the
pontoon.
Water. That's what we need. Yeah, a pontoon. You definitely for a radio show you got to have a pontoon. The Biggie party barge.
The party barge. Oh, yeah. Now you're talking.
Yep. We can have people looking for us, and we do the radio show live from the barge.
Can we have a slide?
Well, you might as well.
Can we have a wet T-shirt contest?
No. It's not that kind of a show.
So I can't. Okay.
Unless it's just rednecks.
Well, what's wrong with that? Man.
No.
Okay. All right. I guess
we have to keep things within the limits of the ratings of a show.
You're right. Okay. Mm-hmm. I understand that. So it's going to be like a radio show / blooper show for the TV end of things too?
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
Not really blooper show, because that's kind of our whole show. I mean,
yeah, it's a lot of bloopers.
Yeah, a lot of misses. You miss a lot.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I had one show that I missed. One show. And you haven't let me live it down.
Nope.
But now let me go back and let's start recapping the Brandon Eager hunting record.
Nobody's going to believe you. You're senile.
It's on film.
You're getting up there in age, and you edit the show, so you can make anything look like a miss. I don't believe you even. Yeah.
You were there.
Was I?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you put me in there? Did you edit me in there? You made it look like I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's getting to be trade show season as well, so there's going to be some good trade shows coming up down here. We got sports shows, we got the RV shows, ice fishing shows coming up here. We're going to be on the road going to some shows. There's one coming up in Madison.
Mm-hmm. That's in April.
Mm-hmm.
The Wisconsin
Deer
and Turkey Expo.
Yep.
That's always a big one. Catch lots of fellow Wisconsinites. drinking beer and making a fool of themselves down there.
That is the one sad thing I've seen about that, folks. You know, when you go to our trade shows, I don't know what it is, but you got to remember you represent the entire state. So how you behave at a trade show or in a place like that does reflect on you. And I'm going to speak right to the Bear Hunters Association show. I mean, you know, by far, that group does the most damage of any trade show at any venue. And
they cleaned up the mess inside and all the broken glass bottles and all the stuff that was out in the parking lot for 3 or 4 days after that show.
yeah, and I mean, it's the only group that comes here and does that. So, you know, think about how you behave and how you represent your entire group and your organization and all the people around you when you come out for something like that. So let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with wrapping up the show for Biggie Outdoor Radio. Thanks a lot. Hey, we're back with the last segment here at Biggie Outdoor Radio. We're wrapping up the show. Brandon, we were talking about people's impact on the peers around them and things like that. And before we end the show today, let's just talk about that a little bit, because that is important, and how you behave. When you're out in the woods, you're representing hunters. Where you leave your trash, and you know, how hard is it if you see trash laying out there to pick it up, carry it out of the woods and throw it away, just to keep things looking nice? Because, you know, it's just one of them things that it makes us look better. We look better as outdoorsmen, conservationists. We want to get online and we want to try to tell people that we are conservationists. Mm-hmm. And we argue with our anti-hunters and stuff. So if we are, then we need to act as true conservationists. And true conservationists would do such things. We don't throw trash in the woods and leave stuff lay around. And we would intentionally, if we see something laying, we'd pick it up, because that's the way we do it.
Yep.
So don't be too proud to do that, because if you're truly into our hunting and our nature and our heritage, you clean those things up. And I don't care if you see an entire bag of garbage laying somewhere at a public hunting ground, go get a garbage bag, come back and clean it up. I mean, yep. That is just the thing to do.
Yep. That doesn't mean leave your trash there. It's not a pickup.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not a pickup spot. Public hunting ground, parking lot.
That's right.
You know, it's funny you say that, because during rifle season, I had a couple of days that I was able to get out there, and when I went down south by my buddies, we parked at a public hunting grounds, and we went and did some walking around in the woods, and there was an old grill that looked like it had been backed over or drove over, and there was a bag of trash and just a beer cans laying around, and it's just. It was disgusting to see that somebody would do that. I mean, you're out there hunting, and you know, you want to be part of something. You know, on the public hunting lands, you want it to look good while you're out there hunting. But yet, when you leave there, you leave your trash in the parking lot, and that's just not good.
No.
So.
No, and you know, then somebody's got to come and pick it up, and that's the kind of stuff that gets our public lands closed. Mm-hmm. You know. And now they're actually it's in voting right now about the managed forest lands. I don't know if you've seen that on the news, but they're actually addressing ways that these landowners can keep their land in managed forest land, but close it down to the public hunting.
Because of the abuse.
Yeah, it's because of the abuse, and it's because of the damage and things like that. And I can't blame them. I can't blame a landowner for wanting that.
Yeah.
You go in and you see how some of this stuff, and then you see these people going on to managed forest land, and they try to post it. They try to kick other people off of it.
How many times have we experienced that?
Yeah, yep. And you're like, listen, I know this is in managed forest cropland, and it's open to the public, and you got people in there, you know, it's just ridiculous. So, I mean, it's really bad when it's the landowner that's in there trying to do it, because he's taking advantage of a tax break and then trying to get out of it through a loophole. But when it's somebody else that doesn't even own it, it's just a complete, you know, it's a complete
it's
shame.
asinine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so, you know, as far as like I said, when you see stuff out there that's not being done right, just try to correct it. Pick up the garbage if you can.
Be a good role model for
Right.
the hunting industry and your passion. You know, you're an outdoorsman. You know, outdoorsmen and women.
And that brings us to the trade show thing.
Yeah.
We go to trade shows all around the world. And, at a lot of these, I didn't even know that they served alcohol, Brandon, until we started paying attention to it because of this exact topic. We go to these trade shows, and we don't see people walking around with a beer in each hand and acting stupid. We don't even know that they served alcohol at a lot of them.
No. Until we came to Wisconsin.
But in all the years we did these trade shows, we stayed away from Wisconsin for a lot of years just because it was in our own backyard, and we were like, yeah, well, we go to the South and we try to sell to people that want to travel this direction.
Yep.
And a few years ago, we went to the Madison show, and it's a good show. And we set up a booth. And while we were there, every single day, we had the most obnoxious trade show attendees coming to us every single day, all day long, with beers, each of them carrying a beer in each hand, and you could see all the empty cups under them, talking. By 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, they're already drinking beer, and they're spilling beer on our displays and in our booth, and they're drunk, and they know it all. They got to be. It's only in Wisconsin.
And Wisconsin's the only place that I've seen at a trade show or any kind of event where they had a sign up at the concession stand that said, limit 2 beers per person per transaction. And I think the people there, they felt like, well, we're from Wisconsin, so let's just get 2 beers right away.
Yeah.
They would get 2 beers every time they went up.
And you think, okay, well, so what? We're all from Wisconsin, so what? Who are we making us look bad to? All the vendors that are there, people. All the vendors and the people that come there and work with them.
We work together at several other trade shows around the country.
And they talk about you. Mm-hmm. When we're down in Alabama and North Carolina and Florida and everywhere else that we travel to the trade shows, this is all we hear about all year long, is the behavior and the actions of the Wisconsin hunters and how they act at the Wisconsin trade show.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, you are the topic. So how you behave reaches way farther than you think it does.
Yep.
And you go down to those other shows and you listen to how the vendors talk about you, and then they sit there and they tell their stories to the trade show attendees down there. So the word spreads. And Wisconsin hunters get a pretty rough reputation as the way they behave at the trade shows.
Yeah.
And
that might not be the way you behave in the woods or anything like that, but it's a first impression kind of deal, and we want to have a more positive impact on the hunting community than being rough and drunk.
Yeah.
It's just it's embarrassing, and to some people it might not even you might not even care, it might not even matter, but hopefully you do think about it a little bit and think, we do need to be a little more positive, give off a better image so that the hunting community all over the country, all over the world can see that we're not rough, crazy, obnoxious, drunken fools. And don't get us wrong, folks. We love our state. We love Wisconsin.
Yeah, we like to have a good time too, but the thing is that you have to have a good time within the confines of also not being obnoxious and not being to the point that you do something that really makes you and all your friends and all your people around you look bad. And then that, of course, then brings us to this bear hunter show that went on here in Wausau. Mm-hmm. We went in there afterwards because there were some missing items and things like that. And we went in and we were talking with the people that managed the venue here. And they told us that they didn't even know what to do with them anymore and whether they wanted to allow them back because this group had gotten kicked out of a different venue. Now, the people that actually put it on and run it are not so bad, but it's the attendees.
Yeah.
They come here, they throw a big whooping party, they get all drunk, they throw stuff around, they break stuff.
They were wandering up and down the mall this last year, and they were breaking limbs off the trees that are in the center of the mall.
Yeah,
leaving beer cans in the flower pots and in the tree pots.
Yep. and it's bad when all these trade shows go on and they don't have any problems with any of them. And that group comes in, and now they got to hire special security just for that group.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? there's people that that don't want to even put advertisement down there this year because of the way things went. And then some of the attendees actually slipped into storage areas and broke chairs and tables and things like that. I mean, what's wrong with you? You people are adults.
Yeah.
Or supposed to be.
Yep.
So your behavior as an outdoorsman reaches a long way, and it doesn't come back on just you. It comes back on
all of
your
us.
entire group. So, okay, there might have only been a dozen of you misbehaving in that group, but right now, what does that come back? It comes back on the Bear Hunters Association.
Yep.
Everybody's thinking the bear hunters, and it might have only been a dozen of you.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
not all of you. We know that, and you know
That's
what?
right.
There's times that I've done things that I'm not proud of. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's human. And
But then it goes back, and then like I said, now
yeah,
you look at how the things are going down at the Wisconsin Deer and Turkey Expo, and the people are talking about Wisconsin hunters
yeah,
around the United States because we hear it.
yep, it is. It's all
So
over.
your actions speak for an entire group,
Yep.
and it might have only been a few teenage guys or young guys being stupid, and so now that reflects on all of us in Wisconsin. And so what I'm saying is that's how it snowballs, and that's how all of a sudden it becomes hunters. All of them hunters. All those hunters. This is how they behave. This is how they act. So very quickly this stuff starts to snowball up. Think of how you act because it reflects on everybody.
Yep, yep. And don't get us wrong, folks. We love you all.
That's right.
Just keep working on being a positive role model for the hunting and outdoor world. And next week, hopefully we'll still have you listeners out there. And we'll get back with you then. We got to wrap her up here, folks. Thank you for listening. And we'll catch you next time on Biggie Outdoor Radio.